Hello, my name is Jeffrey Karson. I will be doing informative speech for Comma 100, Section 731, Jessica Russell, and Detroit Red Wings. Thank you. When people look at Detroit, they look at the crime, high poverty rate, and overall city that's going down the tubes. But there's a glimmer of hope. That is the Detroit Red Wings organization. The Detroit Red Wings organization started in 1926 when the Detroit City of Detroit was awarded a team from the NHL. The Detroit Red Wings were originally Detroit Cougars, then the Detroit Falcons, and ultimately the Detroit Red Wings in the 1950s. The Detroit Red Wings helped not only form a hockey culture in Detroit, but create jobs and help motivate a city that was booming at the time. The Detroit Red Wings at first were not a very good team, but started rumbling and rumbling and rumbling, and suddenly, in the 1930s, they struck gold with the first Stanley Cup win in 1935. The Detroit Red Wings organization transformed not only to have an on-ice culture, but to have an on-ice culture around the city, as everyone was tuning in to see what happened that day at the Red Wings game. The Detroit Red Wings ultimately became more and more successful as time passed on, and were able to transform a once non-hockey city into hockey town. In the 1950s, Detroit's success soared as many successful players like Todd Lindsay, Gordie Howe, and others have come and made the city into a great hockey town as they won Stanley Cup after Stanley Cup left and right. The rich history that Detroit Red Wings have built not only made a foundation and being part of the original six, one of the first six original teams in the NHL, it made Detroit a hockey town forever. Not only has Detroit's rich history been a foundation for the Detroit Red Wings to build off of and seed off of, but in 1997 to present time, the Detroit Red Wings have won 4 Stanley Cups. In 1997, Steve Yzerman raised Stanley Cup for the first time in over 40 years and helped bring the hockey town and glimmer back to Detroit. The Detroit Red Wings had such a success on the ice that they had Hall of Famers like Nick Lindstrom, Steve Yzerman, and others who helped make the Detroit Red Wings such a successful program in the 90s and 2000s. The Detroit Red Wings not only were so successful on the ice, they're also successful off the ice. The Detroit Red Wings have made the Detroit Red Wings Foundation where they were able to help others and not only help aware people, but fund programs which help kids and people around the community. The Detroit Red Wings Foundation was founded on the principles of enriching this community of Detroit. They host and sponsor events like breast cancer awareness, where the Detroit Red Wings fans are forced and even have to become more aware and how you talk to survivors if they are there about breast cancer. It's a pressing issue in the city of Detroit and women across America. Not only do we, the Detroit Red Wings Foundation, help promote events like Breast Cancer Awareness Night at the Joe Louis Arena where the Detroit Red Wings do play, they also have Military Appreciation Night. Military Appreciation Night is some night or some game where they come out and talk about and appreciate how the military has helped serve and keep America free. I know as an American citizen, this is a very important night to me because I know that I would not be able to have the freedom to even make this speech or be able to speak my mind or talk about things like the government if it wasn't for the military, the men and women fighting overseas to help keep this country free. I know that the Detroit Red Wings Foundation also has these great nights, helps become aware of these great events, but also they help fund programs that help enrich the community through schools where they come to your school and they will do a free hockey lesson and help the kids learn about the great sport of hockey, but also that they will be able to give money and funds to schools to help procreate education to the point where they will be able to help fund and advance students' learning past hockey into the future, help them get into college and better their lives. In the future, the Detroit Red Wings organization is looking to be the star-studded cast that they've always become, with the Grand Rapids Griffins becoming a prominent team in the AHL and being able to not only harness and develop the young players, but they're becoming stars in the NHL and will be the future stars for the Detroit Red Wings. Jimmy Howard is a great example of one, of a Grand Rapids Griffin become a Detroit Red Wings star who was able to make a great impact on the Detroit Red Wings, success on the ice, and be involved in trade work off the ice with the Detroit Red Wings Foundation. The foundations in the Detroit Red Wings Foundation seem to be growing more and more each day as they will help mold and fund programs that will help the community of Detroit and overall help the growth of hockey in the world. The Detroit Red Wings Foundation also has become more and more active in their awareness nights, from breast cancer awareness, military appreciation, and other nights, which help Americans, such as myself, understand and better appreciate and look at the world around us. In conclusion, the Detroit Red Wings Foundation maybe the Limerick Hope in Detroit. Even though the city may be going down the tubes, we always have the Detroit Red Wings. Thank you.